Hey, what's up ladies and gents? Today I'm reviewing the players of the week for September the 8th. So first off, this guy from Real Madrid. Looking at him, he is a very accomplished midfielder. He's got amazing physical ability, so he's very strong. Going to be very easy to get the ball off of players. His balance isn't too bad either at 72. I have seen other sort of ball winning defensive midfielders with less balance. You know, he's going to be pretty good on the ball, antiquing the ball, and he's good at receiving the ball as well with 85 ball control. His passing's pretty good as well, so a very solid defensive midfielder. If we just look at his player skills, obviously one-touch passing, through passing, weighted passing are the main ones sort of offensively, but defensively, interception, aerial superiority, and slide tackling, great to have defensively as well. He's 187 centimeters tall as well, which makes him excellent, and he's 21 years of age. Leao from AC Milan, and this guy is absolutely superb. Just look at his acceleration, speed, and dribbling. That means not only is he going to be quick off the ball, but he's going to be very quick with the ball at his feet, because that dribbling stat is very high, and he's got decent tight possession, decent ball control. Offensive awareness means he's going to be able to cut in off the wing, especially as a prolific winger, so that's really going to help. His balance is really high as well, and he's got decent finishing, so he's got a real good end product. Perhaps not really good for crossing. His low lofted pass is only 71, but he has got some curling ability as well, so his shots will curl quite nicely when you're cutting in off the wing. He's got some decent skills. Double touch, obviously one of the best skills you can probably have, even though they've nerfed it. Soul control is nice for the finesse dribbling as well, so some really good things there. Obviously super sub if you want to bring him off the bench to give that extra boost to his stats. Ivan Toney, who's having an excellent season so far with Brentford, and this guy is actually pretty good. You cannot underestimate this guy. He is a fox in the box, which means he's going to really favor crosses into the box. He's got 86 offensive awareness, 85 finishing, 85 heading, so that's really good. Plus he's got some decent acceleration. Not many times do you see like a player with those sort of aerial ability with that sort of speed, and you think, oh, but 179 centimeters isn't the tallest. It's not, but look at his jumping. His jumping is 90, so he's going to be a real physical presence up front, and 84 physical contact and 82 stamina will definitely offer something a little different to perhaps your normal strikers. I imagine most of you are going to have a fairly quick striker, but this guy offers something slightly different. He's still pacey, but he's got a real good physical build about him, and he's going to be good in the air. João Mario, another good player here. Look at this. Look at the stats here. Like ball control really high, so he's going to be able to operate in tight spaces, dribbling, tight possession, low passing. So he's going to be very nice. You know, and he can play anywhere. He can play left side. He can play central midfield. He can play attack midfield. So he can play in a number of positions as well. He's got decent stamina and balance. You know, I would like that balance to be a little bit higher possibly if I was going to play him in an attack midfield role. But from the wing, he looks really nice. If we just take a look at his player skills, one touch passing, through passing, weighted passing, all really nice to have again offensively, and soul control is also nice to have with finesse dribbling. Bergwijn is probably one of the lesser players that I could recommend in the pack, but his balance is really high and he's got decent acceleration and pace and dribbling skills, so he's going to be able to carry the ball very nicely and very easily out the pitch. It's just his end product I'm sort of lacking in my opinion. Sort of 76 finishing isn't great, and 71 low passing isn't great for crossing either, so you know, getting down the wing but then perhaps cutting him back to someone who can shoot or cross the ball will probably be the best option with this guy. But you know, he is a pretty decent player overall. Through passing and pinpoint crossing, even though the pinpoint crossing, he has got pinpoint crossing, the lofted pass stat is a little bit low for my liking if you're asking me, and the rest of the skills are pretty, you know, gimmicky rather than useful. Joe Hart, so probably the least likely or wanted player in this pack, because chances are you're going to have a better goalkeeper for relatively cheap, but you know, he has got the two key stats that you're looking for in a goalkeeper. The goalkeeping awareness and the reach are probably the two most sort of sought after, along with goalkeeping reflexes, and then obviously comes catching followed by parrying. He has got the goalkeeper low punt, which is quite useful for distribution, but a player I probably least recommend out of the whole pack. Kundi from Barcelona. Now, he is suggested as a right back, but he has sort of made his name as a centre back, and you can see that there. So he can play centre back, he can play right back, and he's very quick. 79 acceleration, 83 speed, and his defensive awareness, tackling, aggression, defensive engagement. This has got to be one of the best defenders you can get for ball playing defender, and also, you know, playing, because he can play at centre back, because he's going to be super quick. That is so rare to have that sort of high speed as a centre back. Okay, he's not the tallest. He's 178 centimeters tall, which is a little bit worrying, but that's sort of countered by his jumping. He's got 94 for jumping. That's super high for a defender. So that's really, really good. He's got decent physical contact, decent stamina. He can literally do everything, in terms of a defender. But look at his player skills. Pinpoint crossing. So if you are going to play him at right back, he's got decent pinpoint crossing. He's got decent lofted pass that as well. And the curl could be a little bit better, but it's not too bad. Man marking, interception, blocker. So brilliant at preventing the ball going forward if he does play in that centre back role. Aerial superiority, again, another great centre back role. But also if he is playing at right back, he will tuck in and clear the ball, and he's got acrobatic clearance as well. So superb stats, superb player skills to have. Probably one of the best defenders I've seen in quite some time. I think he'd make an excellent centre back, to be honest. I really do. Ben Chilwell, another player I can definitely recommend with high acceleration, speed and dribbling stats. So he's going to be good at carrying the ball forward as well as running off it. He's got excellent lofted pass. Look at that, 87. Decent stamina as well, so he can get up and back quite easily. And obviously he's going to have pinpoint crossing. He's got interception, which is a very nice to have, and acrobatic clearance. So really good stuff there. And one-touch passing. And he can play left midfield if you need him to. So if you want to make him be a wing back, you can do that as well. But that one-touch passing, pinpoint crossing, acrobatic clearance, interception, make this an excellent player to have in your team. Kim Min-jae, now he is super quick for a centre back. He's not the quickest accelerating, so in the short term race a short race, he's not really going to be favoured. But if you have a high line, he's going to catch some of the fastest strikers with that 87 speed. He's not too bad at playing the ball out, 72 low pass and 77 lofted pass, but he's got 190 centimeters tall. He's got decent physical contact, decent jumping ability as well. So a very, very solid centre back you could probably rely on. The only downside to this player is his defensive awareness is a little bit low for my liking. So not really a player I could recommend. I think I'd much rather Kundi playing a centre back rather than this guy. His player skills, weighted pass, first time shot, not really worth having as a defender. Interception, blocker and slide tackle certainly make up for it though. So those are really nice to have. But it's just that defensive awareness is a little bit too low for my liking as a centre back. Marcus Rashford, now on first inspection you think, cool, this guy looks good. Acceleration, speed 90, kicking power 90, so he's going to have some decent long range shots. But his dribbling is only 79, so without the ball he's going to be lightning quick. But when he gets a touch of the ball, players are going to catch him quite quickly in my opinion. And overall, and not a bad player, but that's finishing stats, 75. I can't really recommend this guy. His offensive awareness isn't all that high either. So he's going to be good at receiving the ball. That first touch with the 84 ball control, that's fine. But his speed and acceleration is great at getting in behind your defense. But chances are he's not going to finish with 75 finishing all that often. And he's not going to be able to break away quite as easy as you think with 79 dribbling. If we look at his player skills, double touch is nice to have. But then again, it's all gimmicky stuff from there on in. Knuckle shot, dipping shot, Rabonas, all that stuff is pretty gimmicky. It's nice to have, but nice in terms of flashy, but not useful in my opinion. First time shot certainly is though, but with 75 finishing, I still see him missing a whole host of chances, so not one I can really recommend. And finally, Pereira, and this guy's a nice little player. He can play pretty much anywhere. Look at where he can play. He can play support striker, attack midfield, central midfield, left midfield, right midfield, and he's got decent stats as well. Decent acceleration and speed disparity there. I really like that. And also the tight possession, the ball control and dribbling, offensive awareness, all really good. Decent low passing. So a nice little tidy player. Not I wouldn't be wow, I've got this guy in my team because he is a whole player, but he's got plenty of little tricks he can do, but not really a player that would fit in my team personally. But he's got pretty good stats overall. He's a nice player, but not something make you jump out your seat, if that's probably the best way to put it. Double touch is nice to have, soul control as well, first time shot, through passing and low lofted pass are probably ones I'd recommend there out of his player skills for his positions. But yeah, overall not a bad player to have in your side, but not one I could really recommend. So for the top 3 players Ivan Toney would definitely be my recommendation. It's probably number one, just to offer me something different. Everyone's going to be different, right? Everyone's going to want something slightly different. For me, I think, you know, there's no better midfielders than the ones I've already got in terms of Verratti and Jorginho. So that is why I probably wouldn't go for this guy. Rafael Leao is probably another one I'd probably recommend. So Ivan Toney, Leao, and then it's a toss-up between Ben Chilwell and Kundi. It really does depend what you need. If you need a centre-back and stroke right back, then you probably go for a Kundi. If you're looking for a left back or left midfield or wing back, then Ben Chilwell is going to be your man. But any of those players are pretty highly recommended. So any of these cards here over this sort of quadrant. João Mario isn't too bad. It's probably, along with Pereira, are probably like the second choice. And last positions are certainly Kim Min-jae, Marcus Rashford, Bergwijn and Hart. So I'm going to try and spin for one of these players and see who we get. And then I'm going to do a player review on that player. So whoever I get, I'll review that player and see and let you know my thoughts on that player. So here we go. Ideally 5 stars. We need 5 stars. And there's only one 5-star player that I don't want. It's 5 stars. Oh, Leao. Yes. Yeah, I can't complain about that. Definitely different to what I've got. On that left-hand side, I got Neymar. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can offer on that left-hand side for sure. So that is going to be a player I will be reviewing. And I'll let you know just how well he plays. I'm going to try him in the different positions as well. So he's going to be super quick with and without the ball. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Take care and goodbye.